In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get all 100 hamsters, starting with Hamster in front of you as spawn here, Chubby is on the bench, then just follow the path down and there's Hammers on the path, and Lasor is on the log to your left. Moving on to Log, who is just on the right here on top of these logs, and then you've got Nerd, Shiny and 2D, all three of them are in this maze. Really simple, so Nerd and Shiny are on the top level, so there is Nerd, and then Shiny, if you just kind of keep to your left, you'll find him. Drop down the hole behind Shiny here, and then 2D is on this lower level. Really simple, just run around until you see him. Farmer is riding the animal next to spawn here. Miner, head down to the mines, and Miner is just outside the caves here. And then Orc is down in the caves here. Moving on to some really simple ones. Q is behind you on the rocks here. You have Lumberjack on the log, Old by the tent, and then is it Lasor or Laser on the log here. You've also got red Gummy and green Gummy up the side of the mountain here. Heading towards that castle, and first is Pilgrim on the tractor there. Then on the right side, so the right entrance, you have Spear and Sword. Head inside, where you'll find Peasant and Spoiled Prince just on the left here. And then if you make your way over to that bookcase and click that bright green book, drop down and there's Queen. So heading to the castle again, but this time taking that entrance on the left. First is Sword, just in front of the entrance. Head inside and upstairs. First is Jester on the staircase. Take a right for Chest, just in front of you there, and Archer. Head back inside and you'll find King. And then just on the left here you'll see Emo Girl and Emo. And then following that arrow there is Hammy Potter, just up these grey parts here. Triple Stack is on the roof. And then Princess is just hiding behind on the right side. Making our way down to those cabins, and Sleepy and Hamper are in the same cabin on the left here. Cool is just outside on the bench. And then in this hut you have Hamster Ball and Burger. And then in the third hut you have Bacon and Granny. And then making your way to the very top of this beanstalk here, you'll find Tower at the very top, and then Giant in the castle at the top. Onto Watermelon and Protagonist. Head to that waterfall at the back there behind the maze. There is Watermelon and Protagonist is just behind the wall here. So head down towards the beanstalk for the Unicycle, just on the path there. Rocketship and Wizard are up the side of the mountain, so head down towards the tents, jump up the mountain and you'll see a rocket, that is Rocketship Hamster there. And then Wizard is further down just by the other tents here. Hamurai, you need a code, and the code is in the maze. It's different for everyone, and the code will be in a different place for everyone, but mine was here, so just check that location, and then just round the corner of the maze here, type that code in, and there is Hamurai. Silly and Idiot are a bit tricky, so you need to climb about halfway up the beanstalk here. So about halfway you'll see a cabin on a cloud, and Silly is inside the cabin. Be careful when jumping on the clouds, because if you jump on the outside, you fall straight through. But there is Silly inside the cabin, and Idiot is outside the cabin at the back. Carpenter and Flowers. So Carpenter, if you make your way down towards that beanstalk, this one is just on that roof in between the two cabins here. And then Flower is at the edge of the map here, so heading behind the beanstalk in this group of flowers. Imposter, so make your way down to the beach area. And Imposter is just on the very edge of the map just here, so jump up the cliffs, jump down to grab it. Haybale, really simple, this one's just sitting on top of a hay bale on your left here. Angry is by the red tent in the group of tents here. Round is just in that bush in front of you there at spawn. Stud if you make your way to the beach, and very similar to Imposter, it's on the edge of the map but on the right side this time, so just jump up the cliffs here and there it is. Campfire, make your way to this group of tents, and it's just sitting next to that blue tent there. Angel, Kung Fu and Glider, 3 really difficult ones, so you need to climb up this beanstalk here. A bit more than half, and then you have these clouds and jump pads. I did have to join the group so I could get 1.5 times speed. You can do that, or you have trails on the left and I believe they give you speed. But just go ahead and use these jump pads to jump around, and you'll come across Angel, Kung Fu, and then Glider is by this middle cloud here. You do have to jump off to grab that. Jar is on the edge of the mountain, so I knew it was in a bush, I just didn't know what bush. So it's kind of down towards beach, well behind the beanstalk really, just in this bush right here. Saiyan, you gotta join the group to grab that one. Hamtato, head down towards the farm area, and just behind it there's a kind of dark brown part in the wall, jump through that and grab it. Onto Zeus. Now this one took me forever because I think the way to grab Zeus may be a bit broken. So you're supposed to use the jump pads to jump across and grab him, but I did that for a straight 20-30 minutes, it didn't work. So the only way I figured out how to do it was to climb all the way to the top of this beanstalk here at the very back of the castle, line up and then jump down onto this cloud just at the bottom there with the jump pad. So Zeus is towards the back, so I jumped down onto this cloud here with the jump pad and then used that to jump over and grab Zeus. Let me know in the comments if I did it wrong or if there's another way to grab that, but that was the only way I could figure out how to grab him. To Spork, this one is inside the maze, so just keep to your very left and you'll come across Shiny, and just behind Shiny there's a hole you can drop down. And then Spork is just hiding in the wall to the right here. And the last one at spawn is Hampire. Now this one was a bit broken because the note was originally on the beanstalk, but it wasn't anchored down, and I think they realized that, so they've put the note in one of the cabins. Again, it does move around for different people and the code is different for everyone, but just go ahead and look in the cabins to find a 4-digit code, then make your way down to the mines and grab Hampire. Moving on to beach, all of these are actually really simple. So just kind of starting on the left and running around, you have Fat Slob and Hamburger right next to him. Buff is just in the background there on the machine. Down to the other lot of mats here, where you have Family. Fisher is at the end of the dock there. In the water you have Duck Lover, and then Tan is on the beach to your right. Red Jet Ski is of course on the red jet ski there. Double Stack is just underneath the dock. And then Yellow Crewmate, if you jump down the X on the sand here and do a short parkour obby, Yellow Crewmate is at the end. Moving on to a Surfer, so head down to the water and Surfer is on that wave there. Green Jet Ski is of course on the green jet ski here, and then Life Jacket is just in the distance there. And then if you make your way onto the boat or the yacht, you have Bling at the front and Straw Hat at the back. And then on the beach to the right you have Lipstick, Cookie, and then onto the dock or the pier and you have Boombox. Head down and on the left you have Ham. On the bench here you have Fork. On the second bench there you have Sunglasses. And then at the top of this Ferris wheel you have Aviator. So start by setting the Ferris wheel off by sitting in one of the carriages, and then quickly jump onto one of the roofs and just ride it up and then jump to grab Aviator. Deluxe Ham Sandwich is on your left, so go all the way down to the bottom and then you do have to jump off to grab this one. Frozen and Lifeguard, so starting with Frozen, this one is just on the picnic blanket to your right in the cooler here, and Lifeguard is in that lifeguard shack. And the last one here is Whitebeard, and that one is just hiding in that huge wave on the left. Making our way down to the sewers, so head to the tents here and jump down the sewers, and all 8 of these are really simple. So starting with Orange Turtle, head all the way down for P. Head down and on the right you'll see this black kind of misty wall here. Sludge is kind of in the middle, Blue Turtle is there, and then in the wall next to Blue Turtle is a worm. Head back out, continue around, and you will come across Purple Turtle just on the right here in this kind of black misty wall again. And then Green Crewmate is in that painting. Continue down, and lastly you have Red Turtle right in front of you there. Let me know if this video helped.